guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. Today we are going to review a Safari LTD Carnegie dinosaur model. So unfortunately this thing is definitely retired as the Carnegie line is no more, but it is awesome, and it is the Brachiosaurus. This thing is huge, absolutely huge. It is so beautifully done. I've said it in numerous reviews before that the Carnegie line was definitely my favorite out of the Safari LTD line that they have out, and man, they were just so nicely done. And this Brachiosaurus again is no exception. It is absolutely incredible. And one thing, as usual with a lot of the dinosaur figures out there, those Chinese bootleggers find a way to copy it, and you got a bootleg version. Now the bootleg version, I have to say, it's terrible. It is absolutely awful. It's definitely a little different as the fact that they did put it in this neck turned around type look, and the tail is definitely curved a little more than the original, but as you can see it's significantly smaller, and the paint job is just terribly sloppily applied. It really looks pretty bad as far as the paint goes, and the seam here in the middle is incredibly distracting. Not to mention the fact that it's hollow, whereas the original is a very nice, sturdy, solid. This one is hollow. It's very cheaply made. But I mean, I guess if you can't get a hold of the original, you can always settle for this bootleg, but I would not want to do that if I were you guys, because although some bootlegs can definitely be fun, some knockoff figures can be fun, this one is one of the worst knockoff figures that I've ever seen anywhere in existence. It is just really bad. I'm not really sure why I even purchased it. I think I just liked the fact that its head was turned around, and I thought maybe I could have, you know, an alternate family member to the beautiful original one. And in the end it ended up being a very bad decision because it looked way worse when I got it than it did look on the internet when I saw it on eBay and I purchased it. I thought it might have some potential, but no, it's actually really terrible. But I'll give you guys a closer look at both so you can judge for yourself just how bad this one is and just how beautiful this one is. Giving you a quick shot from above, you can see the real big size difference in these two. The bootleg is much smaller than the original, and it's also slightly different toned colors, as the bootleg here has a darker green for the majority of the underside part of the body. That's a lighter green on the original. The upper part of the body, as far as the green goes, is pretty close, and the actual red on the top is a completely different shade. So they did completely copy the paint scheme of the original, but they got the tones wrong as far as the majority of it goes. Looking at the original, the beautiful version, you can see the head is sculpted really nicely. Unfortunately, as I do sometimes tend to complain, they put a gold eye, but it looks okay on this actually, just because it's so bright and striking, and with the head being so small, it really does help to elaborate the eye, helps you see it a little better, so that was a pretty cool touch. The teeth are sculpted very nicely, even though they're all together. They are sculpted out pretty nicely. The head is fairly small, so for them to get some detail into the teeth like they've done here, they did do a very good job. You can actually see the tongue inside the mouth, but it's so small it's really hard to get a good look at it and get an idea of how much detail is included. As you can see, looking at the neck here, going down the neck, nicely done with the sculpt work on this. It really looks beautiful. The paint job itself actually looks very nice as well. The underside of the neck, they put a little bit of a yellow color, and again on the head, actually going back to the head, they have some gray here around the eye and in the mouth area, along with the red, and then the light, it's almost like a blue, it's almost like a light blue here on the face that is pretty similar to the color here on the legs. It's like a light green blue type color, so they've done a lot of different shades in this, which is something that Safari doesn't really do too much with their newer models. But the detail, as I was saying, completely awesome. The whole way down the neck, it really looks good. Getting down here right above the shoulder blade, you can see it starts to get into some nice skin folds, showing the nice size of the animal. Beautiful detailing done here, right where the leg connects to the body, in the shoulder area. Very nicely done. The legs are very nice and big, sculpted beautifully. The feet look awesome. You can see some more skin folds here by the back leg. Again, the scale work all over this thing is phenomenal. It really does look beautiful. Looking down here at the underbelly, you can also see some very nicely done sculpt work as far as the scales and the whole tone of the body looks. Beautifully carved kneecaps. You can see on the back legs here. You can also see this here on the front legs, on the back of the legs, but on the front legs. And then this nice big tail, which I think maybe, I'm not really sure how big the Brachiosaurus's tail was, but I kind of feel like this one might be a little too long. But again, I could be wrong. I may just be fooled by a lot of the other models that I've seen in the past, and maybe even from seeing the Jurassic Park Brachiosaurus too many times. It may have been this long, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, overall, the Safari LTD's Carnegie Brachiosaurus was incredible. Absolutely incredible. It is incredibly sad that they don't make it anymore. If you do have any intentions of purchasing one of these, I would get on trying to find one, because they're just getting harder and harder to find. The longer they're retired, they're just harder and harder to get a hold of. Looking at the bootleg, this terrible bootleg, you can see the head is just incredibly sloppily painted. It's almost as if they just did not care at all about it. They just wanted to crack out another dinosaur figure. And for them to take something as beautiful as this original Brachiosaurus and then just slop something like this together is very sad. They did attempt to copy the yellow underside of the neck, but they did it very poorly. You can see the detail in the neck is still here, and it is at least neat that it has a looking backwards type pose, just that they try to differ it a little from the original, but it just overall looks pretty bad. You can definitely see looking at this that they did lose some significant amount of detail when they did copy this, and this horrible seam in the middle is just incredibly distracting. It just looks really childish. It makes it go from looking like an awesome model to just a little child's toy because of the terrible seam, and it runs both sides. You see it on both sides. A terrible job done in that department as far as this bootleg goes. And then the tail is very curved, whereas the original is not so curved, as I said before. And again, a lot of detail has been lost in the bootleg. The paint job itself looks very sloppy, pretty much all over. There would be some potential on a repaint here to make this thing look kind of okay, but I really don't even think I would try, just because the bootleg here does look that ugly. So there you have it, guys. Definitely, if you're gonna try to buy one of these, I would not even bother with this bootleg. I actually don't even remember where I purchased it, so unfortunately I don't think I can link you guys to where you can get this bootleg, because I don't even remember where I bought it. I think I bought it on eBay, but it was so long ago that I don't even think that it's still on there. It could be somewhere, but I'm not 100% sure where you could find it. I will try to find it for you guys, but I can't guarantee anything, as I have not seen one of them on there in quite a while. But really, you're not missing anything. If you do like this sculpt in this dinosaur, I would not even bother with that bootleg because it just looks like garbage. But this original is fantastic. It really is. It is so nicely done. So if you're gonna actually go through the pain of trying to search one of these out, definitely get this. And I do believe you can still actually purchase this on the Dejankins website, and I will link you guys in the description, so you can still purchase this for a little while at least, until they sell out, because once they're gone with the company being closed. You're not going to find them anymore. As far as the length goes, you're looking at a little over 17 inches long, so that is incredibly long. Height wise, you're at about 6.5 inches, so it's a very nice size. The length of the bootleg is a little tough because of his neck being turned. He's almost 12 inches long, and he's about 6 inches high. So, yeah, like I said, I wouldn't bother with the bootleg personally, because the bootleg really does look like garbage. I normally would save everything, but once I got this thing, I was like, yeah, I really don't want it. So I've just pretty much thrown it aside, and it was really just not even bothered with until I decided to make this review. I dug it out just to show you guys that there are bootleg versions of this. But if I were you, definitely buy the original. The original's way better and very, very nicely done. It's completely beautiful. So again, I will link you guys in the description as to where you can purchase this. I do believe, as I said, it's on Dejankins' website still. I don't know if I can find the bootleg, but I will try. So please like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.